Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and yes, today we have an extra video this week because there is so much salt to go over. We have to relish in it because this is the salt of a different magnitude, if you will. Just everything going on with Xbox. The world of Xbox community fanboys are in shambles, you name it, everything going on. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, we just have so much salt to go over right now in regards to everything happening with the Xbox community, with the word of mouth and rumors and a lot more evidence piling up of their first-party games heading to Nintendo Switch and, of course, the PlayStation ecosystem. So they are not happy about it. They're also not happy about everything supposedly falling on deaf ears, but we will, of course, get to that. So who am I to deprive everybody of more salt? Who doesn't love salt? Maybe too much is not good for your health, but in this case, we can consider it dietary free in a way, right? So let's start with the first one here. Nowhere. You might have seen him again here and there, making him infamous a little bit, but comes on here strong, stating, "What is wrong with you guys?" Tags Sarah Bond, brand new to the role, mind you. Sarah Bond is, to that leadership role. Then Rakan, changing the leadership is a must. So they're so upset. They're upset pointing fingers at anybody and everybody under the Xbox umbrella. And of course, changing leadership, right? Because that's going to fix things. You guys weren't happy with Don Matrick. You weren't happy with a lot of the figureheads at the time. What makes you think it's only the figureheads that you see? It's coming from much higher up and probably other stakeholders and other people higher up, even in Microsoft Corp. So keep that in mind before you start grabbing your pitchforks, guys. And of course, what we just recently got was comments on my last video asking where Xbox Curator was at. Well, fear not, here we are already. His is honestly a gold mine. I could probably make hours of content off of his posts alone, but as you see, we stuck by you for years, accepting even when you couldn't deliver because we believed in your future, and this is how you repay us? Xbox, you have failed your fans. And the only way this can be undone is a reversal of your multi-platform plans that would kill your platform. Yes, they failed this city. Like I mentioned before in a previous video, they failed the city, much like Oliver Queen would say themselves. They have to be dealt with, right? They have to reverse this. I'm glad they're going to listen to you, who's so flip-floppy and a little too close to home. I'm sure they're going to listen to you. They're going to reverse everything. You know what, guys? Xbox Curator's not having it. We have to take a step back. He's completely right. Let's reverse everything and move on and pretend nothing ever happened just to keep people like Xbox Curator happy, right? No, I don't think so. So speaking of Sarah Bond, by the way, we'll transition over here again. They did a post on Xbox Wire, of course. The 2024 is going to be great. All this stuff, as you can see. And then Ahmed, you people really have no respect for your friends for turning a deaf ear to them and making them wait until spring. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Yes, because businesses and figureheads should be ashamed of themselves for doing what's best for business because they're not doing what's best for people like Ahmed. Now, this was at the time that we weren't going to possibly hear any updates until spring. As you all probably are aware at this time of recording, that Phil Spencer will be making a business announcement for the future of Xbox and what that looks like this next Monday coming up. So keep an eye out for that. I'm sure we're going to have a lot more content going on because of that. So let's keep going here. Isildur's Bane. Phil and Xbox's silence says it all. We're not enough. We stuck by and rode with them through the dark times. Doesn't matter to Daddy MS. I feel so dumb for having stuck with them this long. For always telling friends to get an Xbox instead of PlayStation. Game Pass is great. Shaking my head. Wow. So again, like I state over and over, guys, the writing's on the wall. I mean, you can convince whoever and however you want, but this was an inevitability, at least to the point that some of your first-party titles are going to start landing on other platforms. There's also an opportunity that you guys will stop getting day and date first-party exclusives on Game Pass. It's just not paying out. The math is not adding up. I don't know who these schoolyard people are and who these new professors, self-proclaimed professors, have chosen to be, such like Colt and them, trying to calculate all these profits. They don't know jack. You're not behind the scenes. You don't know anything. So just tailing back into that, man. The writing's on the wall. I know you. That's how word of mouth happens. That's how consoles happen, right? You talk your friends and family. Do you know, if I was your friend, you talked me into an Xbox instead of PlayStation, I'd be pretty sour with you, man. Trusting in you. You guys got to do your research. Wake up. Gotta do your research. This next one is amazing. This one I'm not going to read. I'm going to put this on the screen. We have Watchman's Collective. He put up an entire essay, basically, as you can see here. Oh my gosh. And, you know, like I'm stating, feel free to pause this video and read this through and come back. But this right here is on another level. What kind of psychiatric help are we looking at here? Again, like I stated in my last video, you're looking at a prime adopter of the Sega Dreamcast, because I could not get my hands on the PlayStation 2, so I decided, you know, maybe I just won't even try the PlayStation 2 out. Even though I had a PlayStation 1, loved it, planned on getting a PlayStation 2, I missed out. And I was like, you know, I'll get to it eventually if that's the case. I fell in love with the Sega Dreamcast, loved it. I loved it. And waking up one morning and they were out, I get it, but I could never, even if all this happened in real time now, or if I was on the Xbox side and this was happening, you know, as they were my preferred platform, I could never put myself to put a novel out there, man. There's more to life. And I'm a main dude that games all the time, but there is more to life than just the games when it comes to this. You know, your games aren't going anywhere. You're acting like some big bad dude's coming in and just wiping all the digital games from the face of existence. You'll never have access to them again. You're not getting anything going forward. What is this, buddy? When they say touch some grass, you need to go roll around in a football field. First of all, I mean, maybe the touch of a partner here is an order. Maybe it's a hug from somebody is an order, because this is absolutely insane. Like I said, if you're not done reading this, keep it on pause. You'll catch up. Let's move on from there. And then, of course, Colt Eastwood finally had to break some silence when it was getting really bad. Now at this time he's kind of retracting things. He's got a new and he got a new text that said next week's gonna be fine, just wait and see. But before that, and who knows if he pulled that out of his ass, but before that, Xbox, we need to talk. Bright and bold, having a conversation. He's not happy, but what's it matter? You just denounced, if you guys have been following along, just a couple videos ago, he denounced consoles as a thing in the first place. So who cares? Who cares if first-party Xbox games started heading to other platforms? Who cares? But now we need to talk. Do you see how Colt consistently flip-flops all the time? He's constantly hypocritical. He's one of the top. There's somebody else that takes his top spot. We get to from time and time again. I don't like giving him all the attention in the world, but man, Colt, just look at the examples we have. If you pay attention, just look, open your eyes, wake up and look, pay attention. You can see it as plain as day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going here. Stein. Now, this is bad here. Stein, Xbox dude, community manager, yada yada. I'd ruined my sleep schedule for Master Chief. Simple as that. And as you can see, someone's so upset, this DV, so upset, I hope you sleep and never wake up. Taking it to that level, yes, we're taking it to that level that they're wishing harm and maybe people no longer existing because they're so upset at Xbox first-party games heading to other platforms. Again, not affecting them whatsoever in playing games, but the fact that they head to other platforms. It's a sad state of affairs. You hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen. They need to be checked in for some serious help. Dr. Crane, are we paging Dr. Crane? You deserve to be in the Arkham Asylum. Maybe Scarecrow himself can help you out here, but we'll have to see. And then we can't ever forget about Peter Ovo. We always have a good post or tweet from him. As he states here, Xbox has lost Tim Dog. Xbox might lose Clobrill. Riskit is unhappy. So many have messaged me saying they're leaving Xbox consoles. This is a nightmare. The world is turned upside down. The biggest shills out there, such as Tim Dog and Clobrill and Riskit, especially Riskit. I really need to get the video. He literally posted a video of himself tearing up, voice cracking. He's that upset about the whole situation that he is in tears, man. This is a guy who is married and has a kid or kids, and this is what breaks him and shakes him to his core. What is going on here? This is absolutely profound. I really do implore some sort of professional psychiatrist that specializes in this stuff to really look into this. I think this would be a fascinating documentary on these individuals who just can't separate themselves from reality here and pull themselves so close. I get it. In my heart, I am a gamer, man. I would totally be upset if I was in the same situation, but I'm not going to post myself and I'm not going to put myself in tears because I can still game. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I don't understand. Maybe you can help break that down a little further, but we truly need a documentary on this. Tell me that wouldn't be super entertaining. I would watch it in a heartbeat. I would pay $40 a ticket. I don't even care. This would be so fascinating to me. But that being said, let's keep going. Ryan McCaffrey. I respect the heck out of Phil, but constructive criticism time. Their messaging is almost always reactive rather than proactive. The brand is in a constant defensive state. It's been this way since 2013. It makes them look weak, honestly. Sony and Nintendo aren't like this. No dub. You sit there on IGN and on Next Gen Console Watch consistently sticking up for them, making excuses, stating what you're excited for, which I understand to a point, but you are not realistic. You're not being honest with your audience and your viewers that do look to you. That's what's pathetic. And then as you can see here, like I said earlier, Phil Spencer, we're listening and we hear you. We've been planning a business update event for next week where we look forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox. Stay tuned. Again, yes, I agree with all this coming out. You'd think if there was some non-truth to all these rumors, they would just kind of squash it pretty quick, or at least be like, don't worry, most of this isn't true, or whatever the case is, and then say we're going to address it this Monday, or whatever the case is. It is silence, it is deafening, but man, you guys weren't buying your games. And then you have folks like Colt and Ryan and everybody else in between, and Jez, and everybody just lying all the time, leading you all astray, all you Xbox fans astray. That's unfortunate. Let's keep going here. Colt Eastwood. Xbox needed to put their games on PS5 because the PlayStation first party is AWOL this gen outside of remasters and PS4 sequels. Can we get any saltier here? Now he's trying to make up delusionary statements here, stating that's why. Forget that we have Final Fantasy VII Remake, Stellar Blade, and all sorts of stuff coming through. We have Foam Stars at this time of recording already out and ready to go on PS Plus. We have so many exclusive third-party content that sometimes you don't need, and I'm not leading anybody astray. I would love to see a first-party AAA game this year for sure. We got Helldivers 2 in a couple days. All these amazing games, what's there to complain about? There's something, the reason why I'm saying there's nothing to complain about on the first-party AAA experience at this point in time or for this year, and we still don't know what's coming out for the entirety of the year, mind you, and there may not be anything. Again, I'm not going to lie to anybody or give you false hope. I'm not stating that. What I'm stating is we are getting exclusive content to give you a reason to invest and be in the PlayStation ecosystem. Are we not? That is 100% truth, as opposed to what salty-ass Colt Eastwood is stating here. And that being said, just a few little memes I want to wrap up the video with, and you'll see these kind of pop up at the end here. some of my favorites throughout the week. I just want to share with you all there, so I think they're pretty great and very accurate, of course. So that being said, we will wrap up the video here. A lot of salt there. There's going to be a continuation of a lot of salt coming because they are just in turmoil, and we're still at the beginning of beginning or middle of the week, so to speak. And there's a lot to take from when it comes to next Monday, I'm sure, and a lot to break down. So again, thank you all so much. At this point in time, the last I checked, we are at 1,072 subscribers out of that 1,500 goal. We keep climbing. Thank you all so much. Every single one of you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy the content, or at least I hope you do. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below, help out that algorithm for me as well. And if you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing to help out a small content creator like myself. So thank you so much again. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. And remember, don't be a salty batch. Take care.